The ANC marking 114 years of existence today. Once a dominant organization, the party now shares power with opposition figures after failing to secure an outright majority in the most recent national election. This weekend, party leaders will hold their annual celebrations in the Northwest. That's where we find SABC News reporter Ntsintila Kgatlhane, who joins us now live from the community of Pella. And Ntsintila, of course, we're expecting a series of events in the lead up to the main rally that we'll see in the Northwest on Saturday. Help us get a sense of what you've been able to see so far.
Yes, well, indeed, I am coming to right here from Pella, just over 100 kilometers away from Rustenburg and just 54 kilometers to the town of Zeerust. Here we expect the president to continue with his activation journey around the area where he's been visiting the kingship of various areas in Rustenburg, including surrounding areas. Today we expect him any moment from now on to pay a courtesy visit to King or Kgosi Kgasebone of Bakwena here in Pella. Like the president already said, that this is part of their journey as the day to celebrate the 114th year of the ANC comes, or rather it's today, but we know that it will be celebrated, officially celebrated on Saturday, saying that they took time to also go to various kings or makhosi to ask permission to also engage them about challenges that people face here and what can be done. And we know that Pella is one of those interesting areas. Since I arrived here, this is a place where Moses Kotane was born. Moses Kotane is one of those struggle stalwarts that played a huge role in the liberation of the country. One of those leaders that paid everything to ensure that South Africa is liberated. Also, we know that he's one of the longest leaders of the SABC, but also was a member of the African National Congress in good standing. He died in Russia, but we know that the president is going to, amongst his activities, to pay a courtesy visit to Kgosi Kgasebone to engage about challenges that people face here in this remote area. After that, he will be going to the burial site of Moses Kotane to lay a wreath, and then later on, then he'll be on a door-to-door campaign in Rustenburg. And obviously, then since today is the day that the ANC was established, there will be a cake cutting ceremony, ahead of Saturday. As you can see on our visuals, a lot of people, have been chanting songs, came to, to see the president. We know that the provincial leadership of the ANC is inside, the offices here. We also saw, NEC members also, coming in earlier. Nomvula Mokwenyane is here also, the chairperson of the ANC in the Northwest Province, the Platinum Province. Nonomalo is also here. As we speak, the current leadership of the ANC in the province, it's making their way in. I'm just gonna, try and squeeze in one of the leaders. One of the leaders here, the provincial leaders in the province. Thank you for your time. You guys are here as an activation to the much anticipated celebration on Saturday. Tell us about today's significance. The president is here.
Look, today is very significant for us to come and visit the graves of our great ancestors, being Moses Kotane, the former Secretary General of the ANC. And then we are just making a courtesy visit at the Kgosi Kgasebone, and then from there we're going to visit the grave of Comrade Moses Kotane and Mary Becca Kotane. So it's very significant for us to touch base, to tell our ancestors, because we believe as Africans on our ancestors, to touch base with them and say we are here, we are celebrating, we are keeping the momentum, we are making sure that this organization come to life.
I guess Moses Kotane, we know that he was a long-serving General Secretary of the SABC, also a member of the ANC, looking at the situation that is happening within the alliance, he must be turning in his grave and the challenges that people are facing on the ground.
Not really. Not really. I don't think they understand it must be that this is but one of those challenges that the alliance has faced over a lot of time. This issue of configuration of the alliance has been there for quite some time. It has been understood. He is the one at some years that saved this particular alliance to say it was not made through paper writing and agreements. This alliance that was made through blood, there is no agreement in terms of this alliance. He's the ones who have saved it, and he knows very well that with the leadership we have, they are very much capable on resolving that issue of the alliance. In terms of the contestation of the next local government election, we believe we are going to manage it.
Elections, this is the election year. We know that in municipalities, you guys have faced challenges. When we are pragmatic, you guys have been performing dismally when it comes to service delivery. This, I guess, is the year that you guys are going to be judged.
Yes, we are going to be in charge. We are definitely going to be in charge, but we believe that we need to make some certain changes.
Thank you so much. That was the provincial secretary here in the province. As you can see, a convoy there coming in. I just want to see who is the leader that's going to come out of that convoy. But what I can tell you is that the president has not arrived. Provincial leadership is yet. I think it's the president, if I'm not mistaken. The president, because I can see that some of his security officers walk into the car to welcome him as he's going to have that engagement behind closed doors. Before he can come and interact with people. We're just going to try and walk towards there just to give you those visuals of him arriving. You can see Nomvula Mokoanyane there interacting. Indeed, it is the president who came to pay a visit to here. You can also see on our visuals the provincial chairperson of the ANC, who has been with the president as he made these visits to different kings. And the president earlier or yesterday talking to us about the reason behind him interacting with the kings or Makhosi. You can see there he's going to greet people that have been waiting for him. I under a lot of ANC members here have been singing, chanting songs, have been here for over 2 hours. You could see that they're really excited to see the president. But we will see, since this year is one of those important years. I guess ANC turns 114. Another important factor that one would have to pay attention to is on whether this ANC that was established in 1912, that has governed for over 30 years, will it manage to survive in 2024 for the first time since the dawn of democracy. We saw the ANC failing to get 50+1, deeming it to a lot of political pundits, raising views or analyzing, saying that as much as it might look unique, it's not really unique. A lot of liberation movements in the African continent at some point find themselves in this predicament where they tend to fade out, they lose that special place in people's hearts, and the ANC suffered the same situation. But amongst grievances that a lot of people have been raising is the issue of services. Northwest is one of those provinces in the country where its municipalities, it's not really doing its work. A lot of municipalities here are very poor when it comes to governance. Another issue that came out last year, it overtook the Eastern Cape.